Good morning, I hope you're all okay. So this is my first video on a specific part of having polycystic ovaries. So I've said that I'm going to start going through with you guys the main problems, what signs to look out for, and just relate my personal experience to each individual part. So I'm going to do different parts on weight gain, hormones, irregular periods, your sore boobs. A lot of you have been asking about acne and spots, all different things like that. The side of it with the acne, and I'll just sort of point this out now. Obviously, I've got an absolute monster here at the moment, so I'm probably looking like a big, massive hypocrite. But I've been very, very lucky when it comes to my skin. So this is my little base tan at the moment, but I don't really wear a lot of foundation anymore. So every time you pretty much see pictures or videos, I don't actually have any foundation on, and I am very lucky when it comes to my skin. I've never had acne, and even when I'm coming on my period or when my hormones are all over the place, I don't really get spots. So I'm in talks at the moment with someone really, really amazing, and they have suffered with polycystic ovaries, and they've also suffered with the acne side of it. So I feel for you guys in order to answer your questions honestly and get someone that can relate to you with it. I'm in talks of doing a live with her about it, just because I don't suffer that side of it, so it's not very fair for me to be like I know what you're going through on that side of it when I actually don't. So the one I'm going to go through today is hair growth. Now, any one of you with polycystic ovaries will 100% either, like a lot of you are very lucky. Some of you just either have said to me, just have really dark hair on your arms or your legs or places like that. You don't, you can get it anywhere, and one thing that I really suffer with, which for so long I was absolutely crippled with it and so embarrassed all the time, it got to the point that I even started shaving my face because I couldn't deal with threading. I couldn't deal with the pain of it. I just didn't like it. So I shaved my face stupidly because I was so embarrassed, and it was a quick way to just keep being able to get it gone. Because even if I had got my top lip threaded and sort of picked them all out around here, I even get hairs. So if you're ever that close to me, I get like a really big black one each side of my cheeks, like two big massive whiskers. God knows where it came from, but I had a big one on my forehead, and I was like, what is that? How do you ever get, how is that attached? How have I not noticed that I've got big hair coming out my forehead until I pull it and it's like this long? How did I not see that? But yeah, I suffer badly with hair. So loads of you will know, even from when I was younger, and I've said it before in videos, but to go into a bit more depth with you now, when I used to go out with my friends, my legs would always be hairy, and it got to the point I just used to joke and just be like, oh, I can't be bothered to shave my legs, can't be bothered to do this. But it was weird because I was doing it and I couldn't understand how it was growing back so quickly, and how it was always so dark, and the hairs are really thick, they're really coarse, and for a woman they do feel really unattractive. Now, I have done something just to prove to you guys, not to prove, that's the wrong thing to say, but just to show you what happens, what goes through. So I did my lip. When did I get back from holiday? So I've been quarantined for 2 weeks. I've been back from holiday about 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I can't work it out. And as soon as I got back, I was like, I'm not going to touch my top lip. Now, on this camera right now, at a distance, you can't really see. It is horrific. So I was like, I'm not going to touch it, and I'm not going to touch my legs. I'm going to leave it. And you think, like 2 weeks actually isn't that long of a time when it comes to it. So if you get your eyebrows done, it's probably 3 to 4 weeks, and sometimes even 3 to 4 weeks for some people. They're not that bad. Mine are horrific. It's just eyebrow pencil, and my top lip is horrific. I don't know if you can see. It's not focusing. But yeah, you can see it all there. I even get some hairs here, and my chin gets really, like I said, really wispy, wiry ones. Now, a lot of you, your main question is, how do I deal with it? How do I do it? I had a message as well when I was on holiday, just to point it out. And I'm not going to say the names, but I'm sure you'll watch this. And I had a message from a young girl, and you really, really, really melted my heart. Mainly because I know what you mean. I know I feel exactly how you did. So just to give you guys an overview, so she was, I think you said she was 17 or 18. Anyway, didn't have a boyfriend. You went to the doctors purely because you had really dark hair, and you were getting embarrassed about it. They then said you had polycystic ovaries, and you're worried about in the future whether you'll be able to be a mum. The doctors didn't really want to help you because you weren't trying for a child. Now, the main thing, you said that you were absolutely mortified about your hair. You felt really manly. What did I do to get rid of my hair? How do I have the confidence to do this to you, to show you guys? How do I have the confidence to say that I'm hairy? How do I have the confidence to live with it? So confidence is a word that I probably would say reluctantly. I'm sharing it with you guys, I'm showing you, I'm doing it to make everybody else see that this is a problem. Actually, what this can do to our mental health is a lot stronger than what words will say. To a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, it's just hair, just get it gone. It's not just hair, for a woman to have hair and to go through this, it is really, 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 really difficult. So don't for 1 second think that I'm confident about it. I'm just speaking because I've got confidence in what I'm saying, because I want to help everybody, and I want to get it out there, and I'm sick of it. I do want to be confident with it, and I'm sick to death of struggling with it. Am I confident? Absolutely not. Don't be fooled if you think that I'm really confident about it, because I'm not confident about it. I'm confident in sharing with you guys to help, but I'm not confident about my hair at all. So the main answer I have for that side of it is it's not learning, it's not what I do best to get rid of it. It's not, everything works different for people. Someone could have laser and it could be amazing. Someone couldn't. It all different ways. Someone could think waxing's amazing. I don't like waxing. Threading, some people can't deal with it. It hurts. Some people actually will openly like to shave. It's completely down to the person. But one thing I will say is, over time, learning to train your mind and learning to accept yourself for who you are is going to be your biggest achievement with it. So you asked me how I'm on holiday and you're too scared to even get completely in a bikini, and because my bikini line grew back within a couple of days of being on holiday, and I forgot a razor, and I said to Jack, I was like, do you know what, I just don't care. I don't care. I'm not worrying, I'm not stressing. And you know, it's getting to that mentality, it's getting to grips over time now. Like, if I've been to work with my lip looking like this week, and yeah, obviously I've had a mask on, but like if I take my mask off, or I've been in, like, people have been able to see my lip hair, and I've now finally over the years got myself to a point that I'm like, I just don't care. I care for me, in the sense of it's embarrassing. If somebody points it out to me and would say something, most likely I would probably be upset, or I would, you know, argue back with it. And to be honest with you, like, it's only been negative people in my past, or in, not even now, because I don't have anybody in my life that would do that. And I think now I've sort of started this page and got going with this, I think there's more of an acceptance for it, you know. But the only negative and stuff I've ever got is from past people in my life that were negative people, or, you know, taking the mick that I've got Tash, or just trying to put you down. And if anybody does do that to you, if anybody ever makes you feel like that, then I hope that you're strong enough to love yourself and tell them exactly where to go, because you don't need it. You don't, like, it's not, you wouldn't go up to somebody with a disability and ever dream of being horrible to them. And if you do, you're an asshole. There's no way around it. And I do strongly believe polycystic ovaries is a disability. Endometriosis is a disability. It's horrible. And no one can see it. No one can feel when you're, like, your uterus, your womb, your ovaries feel like someone's ripping it out. Nobody, it's not out there. And there's so many hidden disabilities that people don't know about. The list is so long, and I do think that we need to get it out there. That's why I'm walking around with a tash on my face. Someone says it to me, I'll tell them exactly why. So training, or just accepting that, you know, you're not a man. Like, you're not a man. Who, in it, I've felt it for ages, especially where we've got fertility problems. There has been so many times that I've been like, I'm literally such a failure as a woman. I'm a failure because I can't make a baby. I can't, you know, before my operation I was like, I can't carry a baby. I'm manly, I'm hairy, I get, but it's with polycystic ovaries, your testosterone levels are a lot higher. So yes, it feels manly, yes, it feels horrible, but actually you're beautiful. I don't care what anybody says. And I am now at a point that I've got myself comfortable enough to feel happy in myself. And I know this advice seems a bit like all over the place, but it's difficult. There is no sugarcoating it. You will find something that will be able to help you manage your hair. But what I would first suggest to do is how I now feel, I wish I felt 10 years ago. So try and, you know, build your confidence yourself. Build your confidence in yourself, that you can be strong enough to be like, this is what it is. Yes, I'm hairy. Yes, I've got hair. I don't care. Well, that should be a new little slogan, shouldn't it? Yes, I got hair, but I don't care. So, yeah. Another one of you have asked me, I've got some of the questions. So, do you get a hairy belly? Absolutely. Absolutely. And my sister's probably going to be watching this. I hope so. She hasn't gone to 40 minutes and she's a traitor. But shaved my belly when I was very, very young, because I think it was Holly. I think I watched my sister do it, or I don't know. I can't remember, but I just feel like it has something to do with Holly, my sister, so I'm just going to blame her. And oh my God, my hair on my belly grows a lot. I have the biggest snail trail in the world, like one of the big giant snails. I don't care. It's like, that's something that I have genuinely had for ages. And did I know it was a sign back then of polycystic ovaries? Not really, because I do think that is quite a common thing to have a snail trail. Obviously, if you shave it, it's gonna grow back like mine does, really black and thick and long. But you know, it's what I would say to look out for the signs for if you're thinking that you have polycystic ovaries. So I've touched on it before. If the heavier I get, so my weight fluctuates, the heavier I get, the more hair I get, and the more painful it is to get rid of. So when I was at my slimmest, I was able to go like 3-4 weeks without getting my eyebrows done. My lip would be like less frequent. Now I'm heavy again, you know, I can tell the difference with the hair, absolutely. So it's all just learning about your own body, and you know, keep sending your questions about hair growth. I've touched on a few of them. You know, I've been rambling for 16 minutes now. I do have hair. I do struggle with hair. Hair is one of the biggest. I think the hair side of it is definitely up there with the most embarrassing part of polycystic ovaries, especially when it comes to your face. The rest of you can hide up. Like, I've hid up for years. I've always hid my body away. I've hid things like that away, and you can't hide your face. You can't, you know, unless, I don't know, we have to wear masks forever. But your face is, and again, a beard is associated with a man. It's just how, where the generation we live in, or it's just always been that way. So it is definitely the most embarrassing side of it. I've got myself to a good place where I don't care. I obviously don't want it there, because I do like, you wouldn't be able to tell, but I do actually like to make an effort and look nice. Would I ever do it because I'm embarrassed? Would I ever think, oh my God, I need to get rid of my lip hair in case anybody notices it now? Absolutely not. I do it because I want to do it. I will get rid of it because it will make me feel better. I would never do anything regarding my hair for anybody else ever. If someone wanted to point at me and say, that girl's got a moustache, that girl's got a beard, that girl's got hairy legs, hairy armpits, you crack on. You absolutely crack on, because it really doesn't bother me anymore. And it did for so long, especially at school. So I am going towards that route and going down that route, and hopefully be able to potentially in the future try and educate at a young age of what signs to look out for. And you know, if who knows, if I was younger at school, and you know, when you have your sex education talks and your girl talks and things like that, if it's pointed out that this is what to look for, you might get hair here, you might get excessive hair, things like that, would there be such a taboo, and would there be such a wave of nasty comments if that was the case, if people knew that this was actually a disability? Because back then I didn't know why I was hairy, and the doctors didn't really care. They didn't really want to do anything about it. My mum, so this is an example, and like, this is how far things have progressed, but this breaks my heart to think. So my mum has polycystic ovaries, and my mum has it bad, and after me, so I'm the youngest, she couldn't have any more children because of it. And she went to the doctors about her hair and the excessive hair growth. And basically, the doctor turned around to my mum and said, well, you can go to France or Germany because they like hairy women. And my mum told me that her heart absolutely broke. She come away crying, you know, and that's just, obviously the doctors haven't said anything like that to me, but if that's how it started and we're going down the route, like, can you imagine a woman being told, someone saying that to you, how embarrassing that would be? And, you know, I find it, polycystic ovaries in general, and all of you guys who know what it's like to have it at one point or all the time, some point a doctor has fobbed you off in the aspect of just disregarding what you're saying, or unless you want to try for children, it's not a major problem. That's wrong, and that needs to go. And, you know, had I known what I know now 10 years ago, do you think for 1 second I would have struggled for all these years? Do you think that I would have kept everything to myself for all these years, let people be nasty to me, let people treat me badly, say horrible things to me, because I believed that that's what I was, so people were just telling me? Absolutely not. And none of you have to stand for it, and I will stand by every single one of you. If any of you, like, keep sending your messages because they're all so amazing to read, but if any of you feel like that, I would, like, you can approach me and I will fully stand behind you and stand with all of you, because we don't deserve it. Nobody deserves nasty comments. But something that I'm suffering with, I don't want anybody to ever feel that. I've had so many nasty things said to me in the past about weight, about hair, you know, being compared to other girls that aren't like that are skinny, that aren't hairy. You don't have to stand for it because it's wrong, and you are beautiful. You're beautiful exactly how you are. You've just got a problem, and a problem that we can all stand together. We've got these problems, we can stand together and we can get through it. The hair growth, the weight, all stuff like that, it's part of it, but it's just learning to live with it and learning things that suit you, learning things that can make it better for you. And I will always share and try and help, and that is exactly why I've set this page. So I've rambled again, but these videos I feel need time. You know, any more questions about hair growth, or if there's anything in particular you want to know, this video was just to sort of overall share what I struggle with. So hopefully it gives you guys a bit of peace of mind to be like, oh, I don't feel so alone now, because believe me, I'm one voice sort of speaking up and saying about it. There are thousands and thousands and thousands and millions